We're the famous Man United and we will never die.
Hi there, these are difficult times for Manchester United Football Club. Ruben Amorim is clearly under pressure to deliver what he was brought in to do by Jim Ratcliffe and his Ineos team of experts. They gambled on the club's future when they decided they wanted to adopt a whole new identity. They specifically chose Ruben Amorim because he promised a new way of playing, but we can all see that so far it's just not working. So today I'm asking the question that everyone's asking: how long does Ruben Amorim have before he runs out of time? Truth is, the longer this run of damaging results continues, the harder it's going to be for Ruben Amorim to carry on. I've repeatedly said I want our head coach to be successful. I still do, but he's clearly in danger of running out of time. I do fear his stubbornness is ultimately going to be his undoing if he doesn't adapt and scrap his 3-4-3 system. I wish he'd do what all elite managers do and adapt to get the best out of the players we have at Manchester United. This is a results business, and we can all see his system is just not working. It doesn't get the best out of the players we have at Manchester United. And we do have some really good players at the football club. In particular, we're not getting the best out of our skipper, Bruno Fernandes. We're not getting the best out of Kobbie Mainoo, and we're certainly not getting the best out of Amad Diallo. In my mind, that's something we have to fix, and we have to fix it quickly. In my mind, it's also directly down to the system. Hearing Ruben Amorim after a demoralising defeat at City effectively say he'd rather keep losing than change his system is extremely worrying. We've now lost 16 of the 31 Premier League matches that Ruben Amorim has taken charge of. Clearly, the alarm bells are ringing, and I do wonder what's going through the minds of Ratcliffe, Barada and Wilcox. This was not what they envisaged when they got rid of Erik ten Hag and Ruud van Nistelrooy. Director of Football Dan Ashworth was also moved on when he argued against bringing in Ruben Amorim, and those changes cost the club millions and millions of pounds. I'm also concerned that we've again messed up in the transfer window by overpaying on the wrong players and by underselling the players we've got rid of. Fans celebrated the arrival of Cunha, Mbomo, Šeško and goalkeeper Sen Lammens. We can all appreciate the obvious strengths and potential of all four of those players. But has Ruben Amorim been left short of what he needs to deliver? I think so. Our squad still looks unbalanced playing the Amorim way. And every time we lose, it adds more pressure. Of the 17 sides in the Premier League since Amorim was appointed, United have the worst record with 31 points from 31 games. We've certainly been consistent. 4 points from our opening 4 matches this season is our worst start in 33 years. That is a real problem, and I'm not sure Amorim can fix this without changing his philosophy. Making the situation worse, I'm not convinced was spent wisely either. I've no doubt that Bryan Mbomo and Matheus Cunha are both quality players. The absence of injured Cunha is a real setback. He's looked like a star addition to our football club. My concern is not the quality of the players we've signed, but the balance of the squad that doesn't suit the Amorim system. We have too many players best suited to the number 10 position. There's no point in having a striker like Šeško if he's not getting the service. And then there's a goalkeeping role that we've gambled on by signing a young keeper, inexperienced in a major league, to challenge Altay Bayindir. Sen Lammens obviously has great potential, but is it fair to expect him to be an instant hero? I hope the kid hits the ground running when he finally gets his chance at Manchester United. But this is probably the hardest position to fill on the pitch at United. And my gut feeling is we've gone for the cheapest option at a time when we needed stability and certainty. Meantime, I'm starting to worry about the future of Benjamin Šeško. He's a very promising young striker, but is in danger of suffering in the same way we saw the equally promising Rasmus Højlund fail at Manchester United. A lack of service will starve any striker and drain his confidence. And we can already see Šeško starting to lose his confidence at United. Man City beat us easily on Sunday, and I'm tired of all the excuses. Some fans got carried away with the perception we were unlucky in our opening game against Arsenal. But we lost at home against the Gunners, and celebrating a defeat is not something I can do. not to mention the fact that the opening day of the season is never a reliable yardstick for what's to follow. Personally, I'm disappointed we didn't go all out to sign Donnarumma. We allowed City to sign arguably the best goalkeeper in the world when that should have been our number one priority. Yes, we have a problem in midfield, but that could be fixed with a different formation, one that doesn't consistently see our two-man midfield axis easily overrun. Even lonely Grimsby figured that one out. Wasting Bruno as a number 8 is killing his game against the better teams, and the big reduction in minutes for Kobbie Mainoo has stifled his progress, the progress of one of the game's most exciting young prospects. I'm not over-impressed by United's fascination in the likes of Carlos Baleba either. On Saturday, working for BBC Match of the Day, edit producing Brighton's match at Bournemouth, I watched Baleba firsthand, and he looked pretty ordinary when he came on as a second-half substitute. The point is, I'm questioning the effectiveness and the vision of our new recruitment team. Most of all, I'm concerned that we're seeing poor management by Ratcliffe and his Ineos team. If they give up on Amorim, it'll be a huge admission of failure. And that's why I think Ruben Amorim's position is safe for the time being at least. So far, it's been a catalogue of questionable decisions by the Ineos regime. Backing, then sacking Erik ten Hag mid-season, moving on Ruud van Nistelrooy, bringing in Ruben Amorim before he was ready, going all out to recruit Director of Football Dan Ashworth, the man they identified as best in class, then sacking him just a few weeks later. Not signing a proven Premier League striker, not going for a more experienced goalkeeper. One decision we did get right was taking cycling coach Dave Brailsford out of the picture. But why was Brailsford anywhere near the first team in the first place? What we've consistently seen is that Ratcliffe has no patience, and he's the man currently calling the shots at Manchester United. So how long does Ruben Amorim have to get things right? The short answer could be that Amorim will be safe until it's impossible for United to qualify for Europe next season. We all know that finances are all important in the modern day game. That theory will change if we keep losing and the players look like they don't believe in the system. Right now, Amorim's position is vulnerable, especially with Chelsea next and Liverpool on the horizon. But the season is still early days, so one win against Chelsea on Saturday would change the whole atmosphere, not least because our fans are desperate to end this cycle of chopping and changing the man in the hot seat. I remember as a kid on the Stretford End when we used to sing, "We will overcome someday." Despite being relegated in '74, we never lost our belief that we'd get back to the top. This football club has a never say die DNA. So let me leave you with some positive energy. Here's a music track I've written and produced. That's my rallying cry for United to get back to where we need to be.
We are the Stretford Enders, Red Devils through and through. We've seen it all, we've had a ball, yeah, Ruben's Reds know what to do. 'Cause we are united, and we will overcome. 'Cause we are united, and we're never gonna die.
Yeah, I'm a Stretford Ender, a red flag flying high. This is our religion, and that's the reason why.
From Georgie best to all the rest, the greatest there's ever been. We are the Stretford Enders, man, united is our team.
From front to back, we will attack. It's the united way. Let's make United great again. Glory, glory all the way.
'Cause we are united. yes, Man United, and we will never die. Old Trafford is our home, the theater of our dreams. So bring on Man United, because we will never die.